Qantas have just released a ton of reward seats on a route that is notoriously very difficult to get. Now, usually if there's no reward seats, a way around that is by catching a flight to a nearby location and then catching a second flight to the destination that you were originally going for. Now, the reason that today's reward release is so important is because these Plan B flights aren't really possible for this destination. The route that I'm talking about is flying to South America. There are very limited flights to South America leaving from Australia, and your only alternative is going via Los Angeles or via Dubai or Doha. But when you do this, it adds a considerable amount of time onto your trip. If you're thinking about going to South America, the best possible flight that you can get on is Sydney to Santiago. And the good news is that Qantas today released a ton of business class reward seats from Sydney to Santiago and from Santiago back to Sydney. Even better news is that they have direct flights available. In this release, I would say about 50% of those flights have a stopover from Sydney to Auckland and then Auckland into Santiago. But the other 50% of these flights are direct flights. So it takes out the waiting time that you would usually spend on the ground in Auckland, and now you can have a direct flight from Sydney to Santiago, which means that the total flight time is just over 12 hours. This is the most efficient way getting to South America in 2025. So if you are interested in getting to South America, I would jump on this quick while there's reward seats. I personally have been monitoring this route now for the past couple of weeks, and today when I woke up nice and early, I was very surprised that I saw so many little red ribbons. So now that we're aware of what the reward release is today, I'm going to jump on my phone and the computer and show you exactly how we would go about booking this. So we'll start by jumping onto my phone, because I know when people watch YouTube, a lot of the time they're on their mobiles. Now you can actually book both of these flights on your mobile, but it will be a lot quicker if you do jump onto a laptop. But I will just quickly show you how you can search what availability there is on your mobile first. So on the Qantas app, we're going to click on book flight. Once this loads, we want to type in one way, Sydney to Santiago. Make sure business class and rewards is ticked. And then when you tick on the dates box, it will pop up. What you're looking for are these little red ribbons here. You can see there's plenty here in May, June, July, August, September, it starts to dwindle down. October, November, December, January, February, there are nothing. And then there is a ton in March as well. Now, if you just go ahead and click on one of these little red ribbons here, click search flights. You can see here, this is now showing me those flights we want. Sydney to Santiago. This one that I've clicked on has one stop. If I just keep going through, hopefully it will show me one that is direct. So you can see here, so I'll show you how you can find a direct flight from Sydney to Santiago. You can see here the taxes are different. So I've got $127 here for the taxes, and the one next to it was $168. That $168 tax one is the one that's going to have a stopover in Auckland, and the $127 one is going to be the direct flight that is from Sydney to Santiago with no stopover in Auckland. Now, just quickly, while we are still on the mobile, I do want to show you a quick issue, which is why we are going to shoot over to the laptop in a second. But if I do it the other way around, so if I'm looking for flights coming home, Santiago, and I put in Sydney here, you can see here when I do that exact same process, I don't have any little red ribbons or any blue ribbons or anything. Now that little date calendar will only work for flights leaving Australia going overseas. So if you are looking for flights coming home, that's when you want to jump on the laptop, and I'll show you exactly what to do. So I now have my laptop in front of me, and we're right here on the Qantas homepage. From here, I'm going to show you how you can search flights coming home and how you can see the flights that have classic reward availability very, very quickly. So you can see here, if I went onto the classic search and put in the same thing, Santiago to Sydney, make sure business and rewards is ticked, and I go on that date calendar, we do have no ribbons again. So even switching to the desktop, it's still not going to solve that problem. What we need to do is click on multi-city here. The way you access multi-city is that if you just click anywhere on the classic search tool, a pop-up will happen. You can click multi-city. When you've arrived, just put in the flights that you want. So CSL is for Santiago, SYD is for Sydney, and book with rewards, make sure that is ticked, and click search. Once this data has loaded here, you can see that I'm getting a full calendar month of availability. And what I'm looking for are these little golden business ribbons or the little silver ribbons, but for this route there will be none. So you can see there's plenty of these little golden ribbons here. This is for the month of May. This is for the month of June. And I'll just click on one for example. Now you can see here, that's how you find the reward seats. So I've got Santiago to Sydney, business class. It's going to cost you 119,000 points. Now there is no way to quickly scan through the taxes that you paid, like I showed you in that search on the mobile. So if you do want to find a flight that doesn't have that stopover in Auckland, you'll just have to monitor how it says stops here and find one that says 0. Now something to mention is that all of these flights are on LATAM Airways. Qantas do fly there, but they haven't released any reward seats on their flights. These are all with LATAM Airways. The LATAM Airways Business Class seat is not the best. They have a 2-2-2 configuration, but you will still get that nice lie flat business class seat, which is going to be really important for a 12 to 14 hour flight. You now know the latest city in which business class reward seats have been released for, and I've shown you exactly how you can book it. If you do want more of these types of videos in the future, just leave a comment letting me know, and I'll be sure to alert you whenever I find a bunch of reward seats released. I hope this video has been helpful for you, but if you want more advanced booking tips, just send me a message on Instagram or check the links in the description. Other than that, I will see you in the next video.